Fighters in Libya are regrouping for what's expected to be a new assault on the remaining Gaddafi loyalists. After heavy fighting on Friday, pro-Gaddafi forces have been holding their ground in two centres, Bani Walid and Sirte. Now in Sirte, Gaddafi's home city, National Transitional Council fighters have launched a new attack. A Gaddafi spokesman says that NATO strikes there have killed at least 350 people. NATO confirmed that it did hit targets in the city and says that it's now assessing the damage. And near the town of Bani Walid, National Transitional Council forces have come under attack. These pictures show fighters wounded in fighting with Gaddafi forces. Well, Aljazeera's Anita McNaught is near Bani Walid and joins us live now. Anita.
Well, Adrian, what we're not seeing is any big offensive or counter-offensive going on. This is very much the cut and thrust of the day-to-day grind of combat that's been going on here. Let me explain a little bit about the location where the fighters were targeted by Gaddafi's artillery. Is an area the other side of the valley from Bani Walid. There is a line of sight there. They can be seen, and what they've discovered over the last few days is that Gaddafi forces artillery, their aiming and their striking is actually quite accurate. So at some point around lunchtime, around midday Libyan time, they took some rockets coming in and they took some casualties, and the ambulances have been ferrying those wounded past us and over through into the various field hospitals that have been able to treat them further along the road towards Tripoli, which is that way there.
So, Anita, are they making any progress here? Is this a war of attrition, ground being gained and then lost?
It is very much a war of attrition at the moment. They have a choice, really, to take it slowly and delicately and hope by doing that they minimise casualties, or to rush headlong in with overwhelming force, knowing that there will be consequences from doing that. The end game is clear. I mean, ultimately, Bani Walid is outnumbered, surrounded by forces who are loyal to the NTC. There is a finite number of people in Bani Walid and a finite amount of ammunition, but they've stockpiled an enormous amount. The people in Bani Walid, said one fighter, have a lot of green blood flowing in their veins, a reference to the green flag of Gaddafi, of course. Reports we've had from fighters here who've been in closer into the town and met some of the locals on the outskirts is that every home appears to be armed, and the people there aren't very easy to talk around. The local radio has been pumping out propaganda saying the rebels are here to rip them limb from limb, steal their money and do unspeakable things to their family members. There isn't a reason really at the moment for them to surrender. So it's a question of how long is it going to take before the people in Bani Walid see a need to give up, because the fighters here on the NTC side can simply sit here rearming and reinforcing until such a time as the people in Bani Walid do give up. But how long do you want to go on doing that for when there are innocent people in the middle who are suffering hardships from lack of food, lack of water, they're unable to move? Clearly they're terrified.
Anita, many thanks. Anita McNaught near Bani Walid. Well, in the last few minutes, the National Transitional Council's military spokesman has given an ultimatum to those still loyal to Gaddafi.
This is a final call for all those Libyans who have not joined the revolution yet. This is a final call for them to join. If not, then they will be charged for treason. All Libyans know exactly how to deal with traitors. We are all working on building a Libya without grudges, and we assure everyone that the law will be implemented in the free Libya.